In this video, I'm going to show you tools I have made from other lockpicking tools to pick padlocks, handcuffs, and lever locks. And we'll start with this little item here. It's called self-adhesive fasteners, and I've got this in my at Walmart for about $3. There are 100 of them in here, and they are perfect shim material. I'll show you the thickness here on my calipers. About 0.23 millimeters, or 0.09 inches, or maybe 0.1 inch. And 100 of them for $3. Makes them 3 cents a piece. Cut them in half, you'll have 2 shims. So your shim will be 1.5 cents. There's one cut in half, and I used it to make this shim, a decoding tool. And here we have a Master 176 combination lock. And if we take the shim, set it in, to press the shackle, we'll get it open. So that's a better price, 1.5 cents, than a Sparrow's $15 knife. Also, I made this shim as well. There you go. And drill a little hole in the center of it. It's not necessary, but this is used for shimming handcuffs. Down in there. Having technical difficulties. There we go. Want to behave. There we go. And the third use I found for these is for these. Covert tool and the Swick. These contain shims in them. And if you use shims a lot, you'll find that they bend real easily. Like this one here. You'll get crimps in them because you're not careful when you're sticking it in the lock. And it's expensive to replace. So you can make your own one of these. Just cut it out, drill the hole in it, and you can thread it onto this. It will fit in there. And you can cut these to whatever width you want to using a pair of shears. These are sheet metal shears, but a good pair of scissors will do since these are very thin. And you can make and replace these shims on both these at a fraction of the cost. Now I want to go and show you how I made a lot of handles for my lever locks. I got this from Banggood. It came 3 to a package for $7.22. Now I don't usually, I only have one cross lock and it's a practice lock, so I really don't have that much use for this. But I bought it specifically for the parts. I'm going to show you what I made with them. Took them apart, and you get this narrow knob and this narrow knob, and you get a little pipe here that holds this thing, which you might be able to find a use for. I haven't found a use for. You'll get this tip, which is useful if you want to make your own DD pick like the Sparrows pick. You've got the forks already made here. So I took a Allen wrench, removed the handle from here, and removed this from here. And what I did with this is get a pick wire, cut it to size, stick it in there and tighten it down with a grub screw there, or Allen screw. I drilled my own hole and tapped my own threads in there to get this bigger one in there. But you can use the one that's already in there if you want to as well, it doesn't matter. Also, I used the center here, cut a slot into it, drilled holes and tapped the holes to hold these bolts to put a cut down key for a lever lock in it. So it looks like this. Used a hacksaw just to cut that. And then I wanted to make something a little bit fancier, something that has a little bit more grip to it for bigger lever locks. I wanted to put this onto it to make a handle, but this hole is too small. So I had to drill out the hole a little bit bigger to fit that in there, and made this. And it has a grub screw in there, Allen screw in there to tighten down to make it tighter. So that's already done. So that's what I made with 2 parts from this tool. I bought 6 of these, so I have enough to make 6 different handles, which I thought was very economical and saved a lot of work. This is also a cross pick. It's a lot cheaper, manufactured. This handle here is made out of plastic, so it's really not very useful for anything. Neither is the tip here. These wires, or even this center part, you might be able to find something to use this, but I haven't. But I bought it primarily for the handle. And you just undo the Allen screw here, pull the handle off, stick your pick wire in, tighten it down, and you've got a nice little handle. Next thing I bought from Banggood was a pair of disc container picks. These two, you've seen these everywhere. I've got a set anyway, so I bought 2 sets to use for parts again. So with this one, I made this from using the center handle, cut with a hacksaw, and I made the slot and then drilled 2 holes on either side and threaded them to hold these bolts in there. Now, actually I didn't have to drill the hole was already drilled in there. And you can use the brass ones that came with it. There's no reason why you can't. I just made these bigger ones in there because it was easier for me to grip. I got pretty large hands. And then I used the handle here to make this one. And it already had grub screws in it. So I didn't have to tap or drill that. So that was pretty neat. So I got these made from this one tool. And with this disc container pick, I got it primarily for, again, the handles. Just took it apart. Here's what I made with the blue handle. Now I did have to tap a hole in here and be able to hold a wire. This is like a 0.2 or 2.0 wire, but you'll go all the way down to a thinner wire. And I drilled a hole and tapped that to put this handle in, so I have something for torque to go. And with this, it's already had the grub screw on it. So I made this, and I drilled a hole and tapped and put this bolt in it to also give this tension. So that's what I've done with various tools. And what I've made from all these parts. And in so doing, saved a lot of money. So if you use your ingenuity, some tools, you can make a lot of tools from tools and spare parts. I hope this was interesting and helpful. Any questions, comments, please leave them below. I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching.